Hello, friends out there. You're welcome once again. This is your friend, okay. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. You're welcome. It's been a long time. I hope you're coping with the economic crunch and all that. This one too will expire. Just be strong. Don't give up. Don't be shaky. This is where you're welcome. Today we want to talk about the various health conditions, some of the health conditions that can affect your sex life. When you're talking about sexual activities, it involves a whole lot of things, But when you're now talking about that, as much as you want to try to, uh, be up and doing when it comes to sex, at times certain health issues come up, especially when we are growing old, and it begins to affect your libido, your sex drive, your sexual life, and you're like, what is happening to me? So I want you to know there are a lot of things that can affect your sex life. Number one thing, you should try, no matter how bad it is, to stay connected. If you are not connected, being intimate with your partner, is one of the greatest things we derive, one of the greatest pleasure we derive when it comes to sexual dealings. And, at times when your long-term relationship, at times you might want to lose interest and all that, and you don't want the excitement that comes with sex at the initial stage, the ab initio, wins out, fizzles out, and so you just have to continue to stay connected. If not, you might lose the in thing, and you might not be able to do what is reach orgasm, enjoy sex, and all that. Then, of course, there is diabetes mellitus. That is when your pancreas has issues, cannot control your sugar the way it is supposed to control it. And, of course, you have excess sugar in your bloodstream. That is diabetes. And most of the time, this diabetes damage blood vessels and nerves over time, which can hinder blood flow to your sex organs. And of course, men can have erection problem. Women may have loss of desire, vaginal dryness, and of course painful intercourse. And apart from that, you have orgasm problems. You might not be able to reach orgasm because of diabetes mellitus. And apart from that, there are heart diseases. One of the condition too is heart disease. And when you're talking about the heart disease, the problem is with the blood vessel. When there is there is damage to the blood vessels, it impairs our sexual activity. Then another thing, number 4, is depression. When you are depressed, depression has a whole lot to do with the chemicals, the neurotransmitters. There are some chemicals or hormones in our body, and when there is depression, or when there is triggers of depression, what happens is that it affects the balancing of those hormones. The hormone becomes imbalanced, and there is depression. And when you have depression, you might have a sexual health problem. Then number 5, cancer too. For someone that is going through cancer, what we call tumor, it might be so difficult for you to say you want to have sex. It might be the last thing on, because most of the time it comes with a lot of stress, a lot of trauma. Somebody thinking, will I be able to survive this or all that? Sex will be the last thing. Nobody smiles and say, because I want to die, let me be smiling, or let me be laughing. And we see sex as being fun. So when there is cancer or something, we might of course lose. It might affect our sexual life. Then arthritis. If you have joint pain, you have backache, the spinal bones and all that. You have leg cramps, muscle pull. Of course, cramping can affect your sex life too. Then low testosterone. That testosterone is the main male sex hormone. You understand? And if it becomes low, maybe due to one problem or the other, or autoimmune disorder or something, it might make you to want to lose interest when it comes to sex. Then for women, menopause premenopause, menopause, or postmenopausal syndrome. With menopause, we have a whole lot of issues like vagina dryness, thinning due to thinning out of vagina. We have dyspareunia, that's painful, sad. Even most of the time, the nipples become sore. You have a whole lot of symptoms. They are like syndrome. This one. But at times, we're not even be able to pinpoint that this is the actual symptom, because they call with a whole lot of claudication, a whole lot of problems. And when you are going through menopause with all these symptoms in day in and out, you want to run away from sex and you don't want to have sex. Then HIV, AIDS affect your body ability to make hormones too, because HIV/AIDS attack your gene, the genetics in your body. They attack it, and when it's been attacked, most of the time it affects the way the hormone flow, the normal hormonal flow. And of course, something like the testosterone, which is the male sex hormone, the estrogen, which is the female sex hormone, it may lead to problem with sex and desire, because all those hormones have been affected. They have been altered. Their normal pattern have been altered. Their normal pattern. Then some medications. There are some medication that keep virus in check as a result of that, and most of these drugs too can hamper your sex life. Then there's something we call multiple sclerosis. They affect your nervous system. It's a disorder of the nervous system, and of course sexual desires begin in the brain. And when you have a disease that affect the brain, affect your nervous system, that's your spine, and a whole lot of things, what happens, because there is damage to that due to the multiple sclerosis, you start having issue with sexual intercourse. Then it sends message to the rest of the body through the nerves and the spinal cord, and if this part is damaged, you won't have any feeling when it comes to sex. There is low sex drive, there is loss of interest in sex, and of course, because most of the time it can even affect your movement, your arousal part and all that, and of course is one of the reasons. Then there is Parkinson's disease, which affect the brain, and you see people shaking, you see them shaking, and of course affect the movement, and of course arousal, and it makes sex life difficult. Then there is loss of bladder control, when you cannot control your bladder, especially in women at some point in our lives. And two, in men, there's loss of bladder control. The muscles of the bladder becomes, instead of being elastic that can hold something, now becoming inelastic. Of course, there can be issues with sex. Then if there is inflammatory bowel diseases, that is when your colon has some problems, when there are inflammation of your colon, then you might not be able to enjoy good sex. So by and large, I just want you to know there are a lot of things that affect your sex life, some medications, but we're talking about health per se here. So take care of yourself. Sex is beautiful. If you have issue, talk to your partner so that you can see your doctor or a counselor or a psychologist together. Remember, no condition is permanent. Every problem has their own expiry date and expiry time. All these two will be over. Just hold on. Never you lose faith. Keep hope alive. This problem will go. Remember, staying healthy is staying exclusive. I'm your friend, Nose, okay? Till I come your way next time, have a wonderful week ahead and enjoy the rest of the night. God bless you.